G'day, this is a this is a Virtual Severe rant. This is on fast tracking, or what allegedly goes for fast tracking here in Australia. The TV networks, they go fast tracking express from the US, or all is okay from the UK type thing, you know. Then they go, oh, we're going to bring within hours of it being shown in the US. We're going to bring it within a few days or a week of it being shown in the US, or in the UK, or in Canada, or wherever it has been broadcast first, then shipped over here to Australia. It is a load of crock. It is, to say, it is bovine fecal matter, or to put it in a common terminology, bullshit. It is. They go, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to bring it, to the peak of what is going. We're going to be saying, like, it's like advertising saying, oh, you, like, on Facebook, you and your friends from America, or from Canada, or from the UK, or from wherever, or even New Zealand, just even a mere half an hour after it's been shown in New Zealand, would be shown here, or even 2 hours. But then, not getting shown at that time, it goes pushed back a week, pushed back another week, pushed back a third, or even fourth weeks. It keeps on going on and on and on like that. Then, like, you have all these American, like, I have American friends on Facebook. They go, oh, wasn't Gibbs great in this scene on NCIS? And I'm like, spoiler alert. In Australia, we don't get it. When I eventually do watch that episode, and I do see Gibbs, so I'm like, oh shit, man, I already know what the ending is. It is the staff, is a gunnery sergeant. He done it because he wants the mate. He wants to do it. He wants the major's wife. Therefore, he killed the major. Or the spin of something or other going on. Later find like somewhere through the episode, Ziva is a friend of this woman, or it could be a woman that Tony DiNozzo knows, and sort of been spoiled for me on Facebook, all because of absolute bullshit that happens here in Australia when it comes to the media, when it comes to showing off a variety the overseas programming. And I place the full blame of it on these producers that want to put on, and the TV networks that want to put on bullshit TV shows like Big Brother, like The Bachelor, like The Bachelorette, Survivor, like various forms of alleged reality TV. The Voice being one of them, the Idol programs. Even here in Australia, over here in Australia, we have a a cable TV network called Fox 8. And let me see, New Zealand, UK, Ireland, and American Next Top Models. We've got 3 Next Top Models been shown here in Australia. We're having on the same bloody network. We got the American Idol, American Got Talent. We're getting like all these American ones as well, which is a lot of bullshit when they're a lot more interesting and much more well scripted TV than to watch and to prey on people's lives. this bandage is worth more than all of those reality shows combined. The simple reason is this is helpful and idle programs are not. And as I said in the previous Bare Chested VRANT, unless if you're a truly obsessed fan of that ridiculous TV show, no one knows who the winner of each season is. It's like, as I said in the previous one. Ooh, wow, pretty. It's not permanent. Unlike the final scene, to use a classic TV show, Dallas, the original Dallas. Who Shot JR? Now that is immortalized. All of that is still immortalized to that. The saying is still being used today. Oh, who shot JR? If a James Richardson, that's JR, or Jennifer Rockefeller, JR. But who shot JR? That saying is for now. What you talking about, Willis? The Gary Coleman's thing in the Different Strokes TV show. Simpsons. Cowabunga from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Don't have a cow, man. Bart Simpson. Simpsons again. Please come again. Apu. Simpsons. Tim Allen from Home Improvement. See, those sayings and that are immortalized in some senses. But that's just me digressing to shows I watched in the past and shows that I loved. I'm still up to this day. But fast tracking. Oh please. You might as well call it stale mail. Or the turtle crawl. Irvin and Jellyfish swim. When it comes to getting these overseas programs into Australian broadcasting. There's only a few exceptions that I would accept. A big sporting event like the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games is once every 4 years. The election, like due to the 2013 Australian federal election, these programs will not be shown on regularly scheduled programming, but they will be seen next week on the same time on this channel. But then I go, oh, we are going to do 2 episodes back to back. One that was going to be shown this week, but because the election we can't show it, will be moved there, and it's the following programs. That way, you beauty, good on ya, which is understandable. Also, major news broadcasting, which I would accept as well. Like over here in Australia, 2001, the date, the 11th of September 2001. In America you would say 9/11 2001. I was watching my family. My parents were sitting on the couch, snuggling together. My sister and I sitting on the floor. We were watching a TV show called Roe. not Roe Valet now, but Roe. We were watching it. I think the guests were Carl Barron. Peter Hellier was doing the co-hosting at the time. There were a couple of other guests. I think it was like a famous musician of 11 years ago. Then Ralph goes, "Oh, due to news coverage, we won't be going on much longer. We'll send to Sandra, not Sandra Solly. We'll send it up to this person in the news desk, and that news desk come on. They'll say that the plane hit the North Tower, Tower 1 and Tower 2, the World Trade Center. As we were watching it, seeing the plane go in, not seeing the first plane go in, but we did see the second plane go into the second tower, and watching both towers collapse, hearing about the Pentagon getting a plane flying right into it. Whoever says it's a missile, yeah. Anyone who says that it was a missile attack on the buildings or anything like that, yes. But that's just another. That's my anti-conspiracy thing, but that's just for another VRANT. This is on fast-tracking TV shows. Then, like we heard all about this, crazy stuff that went on in America. We do have friends in America. Well, in Delaware, in Wisconsin, and in Washington states. I think one is in Newcastle, Delaware. Yeah, one is in Newcastle, Delaware. One is in Seattle, Washington, and the other is in, I think it's Green Bay, Wisconsin. Those 3 states, in those 3 locations. Nowhere near the Washington D.C. Nowhere near the planes hitting the hitting the field, or in New York itself. But we're still running up our friends and that, and they're fine. Now that's for me, that's okay, for a news news programming to overcome what is being shown. Award ceremonies, that's a bit of a shady area for me. It's hardly news or anything like that. If they're going to do a TV award ceremony, do it on all the networks, not just on the Channel 9 network, where it's just a crazy time, Spread over the ABC, SBS, Channel 10 and Channel 7, to broaden the viewing pleasure of the award ceremony. But that's just my wishing. But that's just neither here nor there. But you take a look at it. Fast track should mean within a week after it's been shown in America, in Canada, in UK, in New Zealand, or anywhere in the world where that show is, should go boom within let's see, 30 hours of it being shown in the US to about 7 days, within 6 days or 7 days of it being shown in the US, or in wherever it is in the world. not been pushed back because of some literally bovine fecal matter or bullshit from some ridiculous reality TV show. Like, who's going to win? Big Brother. Who cares? Unless if you're one of those brainless drones who watch that crap and go, ooh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? I hope it's Whitney. I hope it's Brittany. I hope it's Tiffany. I hope it's Brad, Chad, or Vlad. Yeah, it's just a lot of it's just a lot of it's what there's, let me see. This is what I call funny. Big Brother is like a prison, but you can get kicked out. Where is the wholesome value? Where is the wholesome entertainment value from that? There's no true wholesome entertainment value. Someone wins X amount of dollars and wow. And this is more towards either a cooking reality TV show, a renovating TV show, it was like along those two type TV shows in where they go, oh, here, you won $2 million. Here's your contract. Here's this, here's that, here's the other, where you do a lot to get beat. But then, as I mentioned in the previous one, about the Barchester Virand on reality TV programming, a guy won a reality TV renovation program, but didn't pay the people who supplied the materials, supplied the labor of that person winning. Boy. They never got paid. These companies never got paid. But when they try to get it off him, the guy goes, get stuff, mate. I never promised that. You just wanted to get on the TV and have your 15 minutes of fame with your logo on the back. And I'm going to be using one of the DVDs I've got at hand. Let's see. No, not that. Oh. There. Just so that's like a catering company. But then the person who they catered for, and it's just saying like a food reality TV show, they didn't get paid, and then all this hell goes loose, and other networks go, ooh, they screwed up, so we're going peck here, peck there. Then the show doesn't get shown again. Over in Australia, our Prime Minister at the time, John Howard, not exactly a friendly fella during his tenure as the Australian Prime Minister, but he did say that Big Brother was not to be shown. He virtually decreed that Big Brother should not be shown on Australian TV ever again. And that was what, a couple of years into his, I think it was his third term. He said, no more. And throughout that time, there was no Big Brother to be seen. Which I thought, the Australian government has done something right. It just warms the cockle off my warms the cockles off my heart. But then, at the end of 2011, Channel 9, not Channel 10, which the home of that Big Brother program, but Channel 9, a rival network, picked it up. I went, oh, sweet. We will put this on. Knowing that John Howard is no longer in office, but Julia Gillard, a weak, spiny politician, is in power. A weak, pathetic, hides behind the sex card too many times for her to run the country properly. It's just not me going there because I'm a bloke or a male. It's because she's just weak as a leader. Period. Brings in a tax that brings in no money. What does that say? But that's beside the point. That's another rant altogether. But when you say you are fast tracking something like a show to Australia because of the fan base and the global base is keen, and they want the viewers of those shows to go, oh, we watch this network because there's that show that I like or I love. But then you don't. To say you have to kind of fast track it, besides, as I said, a major sporting event via the Olympic Games, elections, or a major news story to the magnitude of the 9/11 or of a Bali style bombing or of something big going on in the world. Even the London Underground mayhem. Those are big news things that deserve to be told. You know? Straight away. Like, boom. As soon as it happens, boom. On TV. But that's my, as I said, that's my only exceptions. Not reality fucking bullshit TV. Which isn't exactly reality TV itself. It's just people whoring their dreams for a few moments of fame, and people don't know. Like, someone can say, "Oh, I was on some diet." Like, the person was originally thinner than me, and you can see that I'm not exactly a light person. I'm quite a large, heavyweight person, and I am doing a lot of walking. But that's beside the point. The point is, a guy who was smaller than me, but also of heavier stature, goes on a weight loss reality TV show. But because he or she didn't lose more weight than their fellow contestants, they get kicked off, and guess what? They end up being, bigger in the neck, not because of exercise, because of them eating a lot more. Like for a man, his man chest gets saggier, the gut gets enlarged, and it gets bigger, more bloated. And he goes, "Oh, I was on this year's Biggest Loser or or weight loss boot camp or some reality bullshit. But yet he's actually bigger than when he went on. He gained the weight that he lost and then gained it again and again and again and again. It's like 4 times the weight he lost, he gained, or 5 times the weight that he lost or she lost. 6, 7, 8 times the weight again been packed on just because of them getting because of them being eliminated, and and all this stuff cascades down into a barrel. And then it gets onto an opposing network over here in Australia. Channel 10 does the Biggest Losers thing. Channel 9 picks up that person doesn't get the support, or couldn't get the support because of them being on Channel 10's Biggest Loser. And something like seeing someone get kicked out of a program is more important than someone who spent hours, if not days, if not weeks, if not months, writing something down. Something that thick or more. I'm using, or even that thick for one show script. And I'm using like my red. Let's see. How many Red Lantern how many comics have I used to do the top layer? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 basic comics. Plus 2 comic series put into a hardback form. That can be 1 week episode of a scripted TV show. And people have spent maybe months working on that one script. Then to have their show, because of heartless TV execs in Australia, get pushed back because of some lame reality TV show. Actually, lame prostitution of dreams show. It's even done with Australian programming as well. And again, it's not to have all this no wonder the Screenwriters Guild went on strike. It's because they don't believe that they feel that they are not truly appreciated. And guess what? They are not truly appreciated here in Australia. In Australia, it's like, so what if you spent years learning to write scripts? So what if you spent so much time on a show or on a comedy like Two Broke Girls? We won't show that episode. Here in Australia, I know. We'll show highlights of some Australian, some piece of Australian crap, aka reality bullshit. And to those who go on those programs, you yourselves do not care about someone who spent years, literally years, studying, honing their craft, either being an actor, being a director, being a producer, being a casting agent, being a star of a program, for what? A pathetic thing that you get on there, you get shown. If you're a singer, you go, trying to sing like Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You" in the stylings of Whitney of the dead, alcohol-driven, drug-inducing, overdosing, dead bitch Whitney Houston. Only to have the judges themselves, who are washed up hacks in the first place, look at you and laugh in your face. And they go, meh. They won't amount to nothing. Ha ha ha. They don't care. How they had a blind person in the Australian The Voice because of one person being married to a famous broad, as in Nicole Richie, and Nicole Richie is the adopted daughter of what? Lionel Richie, and guess what? Lionel Richie fans, Nicole Richie fans, Good Charlotte, Joel Madden fans, his brother's fans, all voted for this one, for Joel Madden's person. And guess what? There was a blind girl on there, but she was on Team Delta. You see, 4 or 5 fan groups against one, and this one had a blind girl. But then, to have her dreams ripped out from literally underneath her, to have something, to be so callous and heartless. I know about this because it was like the talk of the town the next day, or talk of my local area, being Liverpool or New South Wales, Australia. Raw. Now, and again to have all, but guess what? That pushed back several well scripted, well thought through TV shows, and they're supposed to be fast tracked to Australia. And this is literally shooting. I'm literally shooting down the 7 network. I'm shooting down the 10 network. I'm shooting down channel 9. I know for a fact that the ABC has one thing, and that's like a comedy store thing where upcoming comedians come up and like do like a 5-minute thing. Now that's really finding talent. And if they say, oh, you can find this person at this venue, I would love to go and see that person at that venue and laugh my backside off. And I don't think that the SBS has done some some bullshit programming. But 7, 9, and 10. There's these. I'm literally looking you in the eyes, and I'm saying this to you now. When you're saying you're gonna fast track or express from the US or something from the UK or Canada, do it. Who gives a shit? Who gives a flying fart in space about some pathetic, washed up hack musician? Some pathetic piece of garbage carpenter who's only in it for the fame. Same thing with old, unimportant chefs, and also with this Dancing with the Stars. People who refuse to grow in their particular alleged sport. I'm looking to use look deep in here, and I know that I'm right. You guys lie, you guys cheat, and you guys steal time away from people who want to watch something from another country, but because of it not being Australiana, get shafted for many weeks. This is not a threat. This is a promise. You keep doing that, people will switch off from Channel 7. People will switch off Channel 9 and Channel 10. Watch their programs online. To get it within a few hours of it being broadcast from an overseas country, then to wait months, like a month or so, for the same program. This is not a threat, this is a promise. Get your bloody act together if you want viewers. And as I said in many of Beatrice's VRANT, get your head out of your ass. The time has come for fans of true scripted TV to stand up and to voice their disapproval to the networks. And we'll see who will be given. We'll see what gets thrown into the garbage and what gets promoted properly. This is Rhino Barrows. This has been my VRANT. Bye.